Hello, I'm Kelly Mantle. Hello, I'm Kelly Mantle. Hello, I'm Kelly Mantle. And this is the Kelly Mantle Show. Won't you come inside the Kelly Mantle Studio? A few nights ago, I was at a cocktail party at Sharon Stone's in San Francisco. We were perusing through the hallways of photographs, and we found ourselves in the parlor. She liked to call it a library. And we danced to disco all night long. At 3 a.m., we convened in the middle of the dance floor, and we held our glasses up in the air. And as we clinked our glasses to dreams and aspirations and times gone by, we brought our glasses down to our lips. And that's when I started to cry. 'Cause I realized my glass probably has germs on it from all of their glasses. How am I going to take a drink of this and partake in the party? I don't want to be a party pooper. But instead, I threw my glass onto the wooden floor and it shattered. And I was hoping the room would end with uproarious applause. But instead, Sharon looked at me and said, "Why? Why did you do that?" And I stood there, alone, feeling like Carrie, on stage. And all of a sudden, something took over me. A telekinesis, if you will. And Oscars and Emmys and Golden Globes started flying across the room and shoving, smacking, stabbing people's foreheads. And I thought, no, this isn't what I wanted. I just didn't want to catch a cold. Well, as all the bodies lay there on the floor, Sharon was still standing, as she would. And I looked at her, and I raised my glass, and I said, "May your only pain be champagne. Cheers." Welcome to the Kelly Mantle Show. Won't you come inside the Kelly Mantle Studio? Our guest today brings the community together by slip-sliding on shrimp-infused Jell-O shots and shoving deviled eggs up our assholes. She's my favorite spicy 12-inch Subway sandwich on Italian herbs and cheese. She's become a bona fide nightlife mogul and defies gravity every time she puts on a pair of heels. She's a podcaster and a self-proclaimed disaster. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Kelly Mantle Studio, Meatball!
Yeah, that's hilarious. I've never had I need that. Can you give me that so I can just send that when everyone asks for a bio?
Yes.
You know what I hate writing is bios about myself. Isn't it always so
I hate that.
annoying?
I know. And then you're always like, well, I don't want to do too much. Okay, this.
Oh, rice.
Are you kidding me?
I'm the set. I wanted to blend in. Now, I didn't get the color quite right.
You are so amazing,
And I'm
Meatball.
very upset
I swear
that the
to
plants,
God.
your spray-painted plants aren't here.
They look like the real ones.
This
They're about as bad as the real
I
ones.
really wanted this to look so nice, but they didn't.
I never look more beautiful.
You've
can
never
I
been
just
this
say,
black before, but I love little black
this
Kelly.
is my childhood fantasy. When people used to say, "Kelly, you gonna be a famous baseball player like your Uncle Mickey?" I'd be like, "No, I'm gonna grow up and be Diana Ross." Like I was convinced I was gonna grow up and be a black woman. This is amazing.
I wanted to get spray paint, but every store, I went to Home Depot and 2 different Joann's, nowhere had purple spray paint. So I think that something's going on with the color purple this year. I feel like you have started a trend, and now purple will be everywhere.
What do you think of the color purple?
Oprah was pretty okay in that movie.
There you go. Better eat your peas. Pass me them peas, honey.
I think about Oprah like 4 or 5 times a day. I used to be so obsessed with her that I almost got an Oprah tattoo.
I think you're the modern day Oprah. I mean, let's get real. I think
I do
Meatball
love
is
bread.
the modern day Oprah.
I wish I could give out cars and then tax
Honey,
people
you don't
on
have
them.
to. You don't have to. You're giving out shrimp-infused Jell-O shots and deviled eggs at people's asses.
See, recently at a Fat Slut, someone did put a hot dog up their butt, and out with the hot dog when they shot it out at us came a little dookie. What would you do?
I would literally die. I would literally throw myself off of those windows at Precinct and just spatter onto the sidewalk.
The one floor down.
It's like 2 floors down. I've looked down from there when I was stoned before.
I've had thoughts.
I've had thoughts. Trust me. They're at Precinct after doing Fat Slut. I'm like, I'm done. It's over.
Oh my God. Did you have fun at Fat Slut? That was like a wild time.
Can
when
I
you
tell
were there.
you put on the best parties, Meatball.
Oh, thank you.
You and Big Dipper, your podcast, your parties. I mean, you're just a good fucking time. And that's what I love about you.
I do just want to have a wonderful time.
Yes.
I think that's what like the vibe is. I don't try to overthink it.
No.
And I just want to make sure we all have fun.
Yes, exactly. And that's what we need more than ever right now. I mean, yes, we need importance, we need protests, we need all of it, but you've got to allow yourself a few moments in the day to have a good fucking time.
Absolutely.
You know, and get your knockers off if you can.
Yeah, and shove a shrimp up your butt.
Shove a shrimp up your butt, bitch. Oh my God. So, I want to start out today's podcast by giving focus to our trans members. The best clip of all time. I've watched it literally 1,000 times. It's just on repeat.
I recently rode with them again. Not for a parade or anything, just like they go on long bike rides together. We're talking about, I rode with, I opened the Pride Parade of 2023.
I think it was last year. Yeah.
It was 2 years ago.
On ABC 7 News.
Or the Motorcycle Contingency for Lesbians. They open up the parade because lesbians have always been such a huge part of the community and keeping us safe. And they open the parade by riding their motorcycles down the street.
They're my idols.
And my motorcycle instructor was the woman who pointed at me and called me trans. She taught me how to ride motorcycles like 2 years before that. And so that's why it was even crazier, because I was like, I know you. But the thing that happened,
she didn't want to make no assumptions or get anything wrong. You know, she's like, maybe she's delusional. Maybe
well, she saw that wig that day and was like, no, wait a minute.
Oh,
I couldn't wear a big blonde on the bike. I didn't want it to fall off.
You looked like a biological woman on her way to pick up her kids at school and go to the 5-mile stretch at the Pride Parade, honey. You're like the queen of viral moments, though. I mean, you have that. You have the George Santos.
Right. The George Santos. My Delta work went a little viral, too.
The Delta work went viral. And then the Megami.
Oh, right.
I got that T-shirt, by the way.
Did you?
The day after
good.
I bought it, I was like, girl, it showed up. I was like,
I want to thank Megami because of those T-shirt sales, I was able to buy a new car.
Oh, were you really? Shut up. What'd you get?
Just a little Hyundai.
Honey,
nothing special, but I needed a new car.
Yes.
My other car was rattling.
What'd you have?
A 2015 Ford Focus, baby.
Oh, girl, okay.
It liked to shake.
That's just because it was filling your
It
vibes.
was full of rats.
What?
I used to live in... Oh, is this weird?
No, that is insanely weird.
Used to live in Skid Row, like on Skid Row.
Right.
And so there was just like a lot of rats in my parking lot, which was an outdoor parking lot. And that car... all the wires were wrapped in a soy-based wrapping, which is edible. So rats were living in my engine. And every time I took it into the car shop to be like, hey, there's something wrong, they would literally push it. They would see a rat. They would see rat shit. They'd be like, oh, the smell of urine is because there's rats in your engine. You have to go get them taken out. And I was like, isn't that your job?
Were you ever
like, no.
driving down the road and like a rat would just crawl through the glove compartment?
I never saw one in my actual car, but I know they were living in the engine.
No.
Isn't that gross?
That's insane.
And I would open it up and there would just be like, you could just see where they were chewing through everything.
No.
So lots of times my car would just stop and I'd take it in and they'd be like, oh, they chewed through the wires.
Honey, it gives a whole new meaning to the Ratmobile.
That's true. I should have given her some more eyeliner.
Let me see.
I don't know what Barbie it was. This actually, funny story, is a Barbie that I stole from Gigi Gorgeous's house when I was at her Barbie-themed birthday party.
She
had
a Barbie.
Barbies all over the house, and I took it. And I'm not sure, the story keeps changing on her end, but I'm not sure if I was kicked out of that party or if I was kindly asked to leave. All I know is that she walked me to the door. Okay.
That is the best way to leave a party is to get kicked out, honey. Yes.
Memorable. She'll never forget me.
If you're going to go to a party, get kicked out of the party.
I used to do that all the time.
I went to a party last Saturday night. I didn't get laid, but I got in a fight. Mm-hmm.
Are those lyrics that I should know?
Ain't no big thing. Do you know
watched
Christy
Oprah.
Girlington and the Chanel twins? Well, we used to get kicked out of trans clubs all the time.
The Chanel twins I know because they were on Delta Works podcast
Yes.
once. Yes.
And Christy and I used to go out to the girl bars all the time, 7969 Peanuts. And
Peanuts!
and all that.
I've
Yes.
heard so many fucking
Girl,
stories about
you
Peanuts.
Meatball would have
eaten
owned
it
the
up.
parking lot of Yukon Mining Company, honey.
Oh, with the red truck. It's always a man in a red
Yes,
truck.
always a man in a red truck.
Okay. One time I was at the Boulevard in Pasadena, and a man was talking. I was in face, but like boy clothes, and he was talking to me a bunch, and he was like, "Yeah, I'm just recently single." Like the bar had closed, and I didn't realize that he was like trying to get me to go to his car. It's like I had done the show, he had watched the show, and then was like, "I'm straight," and then like had that whole conversation, and then I was like, "Okay, well, I'm gonna go home," and I left, and now every day I think about that.
You could have had the best night of your life.
I'm sure he would have rocked my stinky little
Girl,
world.
he would have torn
My
those
baby drag queen stank body would have been ripped up.
foot-crusted pantyhose off of your body so quick and shoved them in your mouth and went to town on your dirty.
Kelly.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Calandria.
See what Meatball does
Look how
to me.
horny you are.
She brings
Pop
out.
my tuck. Just
She
kidding.
brings out the
Oh no,
dirtiest
you made me
in
pop
me.
my curtain.
So you went to Interlaken.
I did. I went to Interlaken Arts Academy.
You know, Jewel went there.
She did go there.
She did, and my best friend Tony Antonos went to Interlaken.
Really?
Yeah. What did you study when you were there? Acting.
Theater, yeah.
Theater, yes.
Yes.
That's
And
wonderful.
then I kind of fell. So I had been, when I lived in Houston, I was actually an intern at the Houston Ballet, the costume shop.
Oh, okay.
So I was like learning to sew at the Houston Ballet, like mending costumes. And when
So
they
that's
found
where all this comes from.
yeah, this talent right here,
Uh-huh,
baby.
yes.
Well, that's when they found that out. They like basically put me in the costume shop. So I never really got to be. I got to be in like 2 musicals and a couple of shows.
Right.
But they do like 3 shows every week there, basically, when you're like a
Wow.
student. So I didn't really get to act much there.
What is your favorite role you've ever played?
My favorite role I've ever played.
Yes.
Well, recently I was in a musical. And I got to play the Queen of England, and that was really fun
up,
because
you
it was like a
did?
comedy. Yeah,
I love
that. was
that.
really fun.
I mean, when are you going to do Wicked, the solo, the one-woman show?
The one woman Wicked.
The one woman
well, you know,
Wicked.
I saw someone do half Glinda, half Elphaba, and I was like, that would be
Well,
so
yeah,
fun.
doesn't Glenn?
Glenn
do that?
Allen,
Yeah,
that's
Glenn
who
Allen
did
does
it.
that,
Yeah. Who I ran into. Should I put their business on blast?
Yes.
At a nude sex resort.
Okay.
And I was trying to be respectful, and because I was naked and they were clothed, I was trying to be respectful because I had just had sex in a room full of other men having sex, and I ran into him and. He wouldn't stop looking at my penis.
Well-
and I was trying to be like, eyes up, Glenn.
Hey,
eyes
listen,
up.
I'm going to tell you right
Eyes off my hog.
I'm going to tell you right now, I don't blame him.
And it wasn't at full mast either, Glenn. If you thought it didn't look great, it was because I had just cummed. Or came? Cummed?
If Meatball were
Came?
sitting here naked right now, I'd be like
It's
this.
more, it usually looks like this, Glenn.
I'd be like this. What's it look like? Oh my
It looked like, oh, did my ball fall out? Okay.
I saw
It
her
looked-
testicle.
I
saw Meatball's testicle.
I am in just gym shorts. Did you ever hang out in a Walmart and just hang out by the underwear section so you could look at bulges?
Okay, now that's crossing a line. You were perusing the Sears catalog.
Oh, I did do that. I used to do that too. Well, I mean,
my God.
we didn't have porn.
No, we didn't
The
have
internet wasn't
anything.
in our hands at that time, so we had to like make it ourselves.
There was a trailer park right behind my house in Oklahoma.
Right behind your trailer?
No, we
you-
lived in a
you-
house.
so you're
It was
special 'cause
torn
you
up
had a house?
It was torn up by a tornado, and all the trailers behind us were torn up. I know, honey, she's country, but. I went by my wooden fence one day in between you'd call it an alley in LA, but in Oklahoma it was just a ravine. And there, down in that ravine between the house and the trailer park were these dirty rags. And honey, it was those were the only dirty rags that I ever got to see.
Oh my God, I love that. I used to love those like late night Skinamax things where it wouldn't
soft
show anything.
porn, yes.
Yeah, it would never show anything, but you could maybe a nipple here or there.
Honey, just rub
And the men were always just a little to the left of hot, you know?
yes, a little hairy.
Oh, I love hair.
I do too. You
Yeah,
do
I
love
saw your
hair.
man.
Isn't
I
he
didn't
hot?
recognize him with the beard and the hair.
I know, he's growing out a beard. See, you take him out of the Marine Corps for 1 minute and they want to grow a beard right away because they don't get to have him in the Marine Corps.
I mean, beards are hot.
Beards are hot. I love beards.
Are you lying, Kelly?
No.
You love beards?
I love beards. I don't particularly care for the hard texture of both my smooth skin.
Sweet, soft pussy.
So we do kiss from a distance when beard involved.
You kiss like,
Just
stay
kiss
over
right
there.
here. Don't
here.
get too close.
Nowhere near my behind. I have a question for you. On one of your recent episodes, 2 of them, Tammy's been on 2 episodes now, you asked her about the dead body that she found, which is my number one question every time I run into her. Do you believe, because I've come to the consensus that I believe that Tammy has murdered somebody and then pretended to find the body, because she was quite evasive when you were asking her the second time she was on the pod.
I want to get 48 hours on it.
Boom, boom.
I want Tammy Brown. Boom, boom.
We got to get SVU up in here.
We got to get
Mariska.
SVU. We got to get Mariska. I want to investigate.
Transvestigate.
Nancy Drew Honey.
Yes. I want to get in there because
Because
too many deaths have happened around her.
Exactly. And the fact that she won't answer the question is telling me everything I need to know.
Oh, absolutely. Oh, absolutely. So we've come to the conclusion, everybody, Tammy Brown is a murderer. She
And I'm
hides
not
behind that cute little quirky aesthetic, but she's killed.
She hides behind the Buddhism. She hides behind the Nomyo Reiken Kinkyo.
Her new song.
Yes, because she tries to come across that she's all peaceful and loving and, like Gandhi or something.
She's
and
the
in
modern day
reality,
Gandhi.
she is a serial
She's
killer
Gandhi in a
on the
lace front.
inside. Where did you get this idea? Have you always been a fan of performance artists? Are you familiar with Karen Finley?
Who?
Karen Finley.
No, who's that?
Lick it good, like you should. Lick it long, lick it mean, lick it clean. Apple sheen, lick it, lick it, lick it. Put on the latex.
Put on the
Ooh,
latex.
Save sex. You don't own me, bastard. You fucking asshole. I'm gonna shove these yams up my pussy. Oh yeah, Karen Finley was an amazing punk rocker from San Francisco, a performance artist.
Okay.
And I can totally see her and you vibing.
Oh, I'd love to do
Yes.
that. No, I think I got started in filth because I was a huge fan of
John Waters and Divine.
Yeah, like
Yeah.
I didn't know that when I watched Hairspray with my aunt, I didn't realize that Divine was like a drag queen.
Right.
I was just like, she's fun.
She's fun.
And then my aunt was like, oh, wait until you see her actually like doing some crazy shit. And so then I watched Pink Flamingos, and then it just like kind of spiraled from there. And now I own every John Waters film, and my
amazing.
bathroom is John Waters themed.
Do you and John know each other? Has he met
No,
you
but
yet?
I saw him in P-Town.
Girl, he has
was
got to meet
going
you. He
by
would
and
live
on his
for
bike,
you.
and
Are
I
you
literally
kidding?
screamed, "Oh my God, that's John Waters!" And he turned and went, "Yep."
Yep.
And then just kept riding, and I was like, "That's all I need. Like, I could actually die now." 'Cause,
No,
like,
I need more.
I've interacted.
I
with
need to
him.
see Meatball in a John Waters film. We need a John Waters
Well, there was
revival
gonna be a movie.
about Divine.
No, that he was writing a new movie for Aubrey Plaza.
Oh, that's right.
And then
yeah.
they the funding went through, and I was like, "What do you
Yeah.
mean the funding for a John Waters film went through?
right.
That's crazy to me.
It's insane.
Give that man millions.
Give that man millions.
Give
Serial
him a John
Mom,
Chu budget.
Serial
He should have
Mom
directed
alone.
Wicked.
Serial Mom should have every Oscar in the world.
That should be a musical.
It should be. Well, it should be a musical.
That would be a great
Oh my
musical.
God, that would be an amazing musical. That's such a good idea.
The phone, like just thinking of the phone call number.
Cocksucker, yes. That number? Girl, we should write this.
We should. John Mark, edit that out.
Oh my God, y'all, we're going to write a musical version
John Mark
of
grew a
Serial
beard
Mom.
too, bitch.
Did he?
He's got something going on his face. We just had him on our podcast, and all the comments are like, "He's so hot."
He's so adorable. You just want to shove like his face in the mud. He's
You want
so
to shove a yam
cute.
up his ass?
No, ew. So the first time you ever did drag was on Dragula?
No, that wasn't the first time I ever did drag, but that was the first time I was ever like trying to compete in
Right.
a draggy way, I think. Because I had only been doing drag for about like a year and
About
a
a year.
half. And I had never really had to do my makeup in different ways. Like when I first started doing drag, I had my friend who's like a visual artist.
Mm-hmm.
Not that he was amazing at it, but he would paint me every Monday. And then I would go do shows at Exposure at Offbeat. And then
yeah.
I would do that for about a year. Every Monday I did a show. And then I would be like babysitting kids during the day, like as I was a nanny.
I love that you were a nanny. Do you love kids?
No. I mean, I think there was a part of, I think I started getting into childcare because when my parents would take me to church, I hated going to church. And so I was like, how can I get out of this? And they were like, well, the kids have their own sermon. And I was like, oh, I'll go do that. But I don't want to teach about Jesus. So I ended up just becoming a glorified babysitter at church. And now people...
How come I can see Meatball just driving out of the Walmart parking lot and the baby crib still sitting on the top of the car?
Absolutely!
And she's like, oops, forgot that. Forgot the kid.
Oh, fuck the kids. No, I'm glad I stopped nannying.
How the hell did you get a job as a nanny?
It was what I was good at. It was like I could do it during the day. I have a very low IQ, so I kind of was on the same level as the kids. It was really easy.
You could do Barney.
Wait, what does Barney do?
I don't know.
I love you. No, and it was like also a great way for me to be able to like freely do whatever I wanted in the city, but like with a child next to me.
Exactly.
And I think a lot of times people thought I was trying to steal the kid.
Have you auditioned 6 times?
I auditioned 6 times.
For what
seasons?
Dragons?
I auditioned. Oh, girl. I know for a fact that I auditioned for 12 and 14. I know I auditioned early on, like the one what season was Laganja?
Mine 6. Well, it's not my season; it's Bianca's season.
Oh, your season in my mind, bacon tits. 7. I think there was it was probably like 7, 8, 9, and then I did every other year. So 7, 8, 9, 10, and then 14 or something like that.
Have you ever got a response?
The closest I got was the one in the pandemic, whichever
we're like, we'll let you come on from a distance.
They like said something. They like emailed me back about something and were like, can you expound on this or something? And I was like, sure. And then I didn't hear from them.
Do you think you'd pass the psych eval?
No, absolutely not. Absolutely but I don't think a lot of them did.
I don't think they want people to pass the psych eval. And see, I passed it with flying colors. And I was
Kelly,
also
people can tell you anything. I'm white.
I was also told who had the lowest score during our season. We'll probably cut that part out.
No, we won't. No, girl, if you cut that out, it'll be dry. Kind of like your vagina.
Oh, shit. Kind of like your vagina.
Kind of like your vagina, mama. She was so quotable. I know you weren't there for super long, but
girl, I wasn't there for any of those quotes. I was just there for y'all ready to rock and roll. And I go home.
That was a great entrance line because you are kind of the punk girl. I don't think people know how punk rock you were.
Girl, I've been punk rocking down Sunset Boulevard.
I know you saw Courtney Love in a ditch.
Oh my God, that was on Wilshire Boulevard in front of the El Rey. Well, you know, you have your boulevards in LA. You remember. Those are the only things I remember. I have no idea how to get there, but I remember the names. Yeah, Courtney Love was throwing up in a ditch in front of El Rey Theater. And it was my favorite moment ever. Would you rather have a third nipple or a second penis?
Second penis!
Nah, of course you would.
Second penis all the way. What about you?
Third nipple, because I want triplets. Would you rather walk in heels or drive to work in reverse?
Walk in heels. I love walking in a stripper heel. It's the best feeling in the world.
So fucking hot in a heel.
I don't.
You just exude.
I think I'm hot.
I think so. I think you exude sexuality.
I think I give clown.
No, I don't.
I
think you exude sexuality, honey.
Is this giving?
Yes. Yes, honey.
Oh God.
What do your titties smell like? Ivy Winters. That looks like something Ivy Winters would grow in her garden.
While she's sewing parachutes.
Yes,
what does she do?
exactly.
Hot air balloons now? Which is wild to me.
Would you rather travel the world for free for a year or have $50,000 to spend however you please?
Travel the world for free?
I know, right?
Think of all the food I would eat. No, does that include, no,
$50,000 wouldn't even give you enough to travel the world. This is a
absolutely
stupid
not.
question.
But
We're crossing this question out. We're going to pretend like we didn't ask it.
Would that include the hookers I'm going to hire in every city?
No.
Oh.
That comes out of pocket. You can 1099 Uncle Sam for your hookers.
I guess I'll have to do a show.
Donald Trump does.
Have you ever been arrested?
No.
Oh. Me neither.
See, I just got asked if I had STIs on the Bald and Beautiful. Now you asking me if I was arrested. What do I look like to y'all?
Who hasn't been arrested?
Huh?
You've never had an STI?
No.
Never. Kelly.
I had a paper cut. I had a paper cut on my fallopian tube. Would you rather be only able to eat French fries or chocolate?
French fries. I'm a savory person.
You know what I love, though? I love dipping the French fries into a chocolate shake. A little bit salt, a little bit sweet.
Can I put you onto some?
Yep.
Strawberry shakes.
Okay.
I've recently gotten really into strawberry ice cream.
I like a Napoleon.
No.
What is it called?
Neapolitan.
Neapolitan.
I love Napoleon.
I love Napoleon
Little
Dynamite.
short guy running around on a horse.
I love a Napoleon Napolitan. I don't even know what that is. I like a little bit of everything in mine.
No.
Do you like a banana split?
No. I don't
Why?
really love a banana. I don't like artificial banana flavors.
James don't like bananas neither.
But here's the thing. If one's in front of me and it's like the only option, I'll eat it and be like, oh yeah, I forgot. Bananas are kind of okay.
I want to see Meatball eating a banana.
You can see a video of me on my TikTok peeling bananas with my feet dressed up like George Santos.
Or that.
I keep forgetting that I am like purple and pink.
Well, it's probably because you ate rocks as a child.
I did eat rocks as a kid, yes.
And I love that.
I didn't know it was weird until I said it on that podcast, and now everyone is like, you're weird.
What did it do to your teeth?
I didn't chew. I would swallow them whole.
You just swallowed them whole.
Yeah, but they weren't big, and they were small root, like small, smooth, like round river rocks where they had been like rolling smooth. Yeah, they'd come out as a rock. I wasn't doing handfuls. It'd be like one or two. I'd see a rock. I'd be like, that would feel really good going down my throat. And then I would put it in my mouth, suck it until it didn't taste like anything, and then swallow it.
Do you have
pica or whatever?
Yeah.
That's what everyone said, but my parents told me that they got me tested because I was eating so many rocks.
No, I'm saying, do you have a sexual attraction to rocks? I think
wait
you
a
might.
minute. What's the name of that orange guy in the Fantastic Four? Because I would suck him off hard.
I'm telling you, you have a sexual attraction to rocks. You need to be married to a geologist.
Or just a big, hard guy.
Yes. Well, he would be a big, hard guy. He'd be like G.I. Joe. I want to wear the communal wig. I was going to ask you. I know.
When you come on the pod, it lives in the studio.
Girl, I love it. It
has a cutout in the wall where it like goes in to live, and then we pull it out for
Honey,
guests.
It needs to be in like the fucking...
Who do you think it looked better on, me?
Oh.
Or Willem?
Honey, you were.
You know what's funny is that was Willem's wig.
You know who it looked beautiful on was Jackie B.
Jackie B.
Yes,
that's what I was gonna say.
So good on Jackie.
You need this wig, but Jackie isn't a bang girl.
I know.
She likes to give you the full.
She always makes fun of my bangs. She's like, "Okay, Shelley Duvall." She's like, "What are you doing here today?" And I'm
but I think bangs. I think purple is in this year, 2025. Look out, purple
bangs are in.
Bangs are in. Little Black Kelly is in bangs.
Girl, she is.
Hold on, let me get them off.
Oh my God, no. What are you? Look at this reveal.
Oh my gosh,
She's got a reveal.
This in there.
Huh?
I really got it in there. Hold on. John Mark, edit this to be faster.
All right, you ready? Reveal.
No, it's not ready. What did I do? It's still in there.
See, this would be
Ta-da!
This is... Oh my God, shut up. Kenny G from Saxophone, Maine would like to know, what is the true foundation of your relationship with Big Dipper?
Oh, God.
I think that answers everything.
I like getting my toes sucked. Back to you.
Do you? Tell me about that.
I don't know.
What does it do for you? Like,
it just feels
explain
good.
It to me.
I think it just feels good, and it feels like wrong.
So you actually feel it? Because I can't feel anything
feel
from the waist
toes?
down anymore, honey.
I think you feel it more than you think you do, and it doesn't tickle. It's more of like one of those things where it's like a part of your body that doesn't get a lot of attention.
Really?
So then it like feels better.
It's so true. It doesn't. I mean, I go for pedicures, but like I don't feel it.
But one time the lady was giving me a pedicure, and then she pulled out a Dremel. Has she ever done that to you?
What's a Dremel?
It's one of those little things, and it rotates, and she put like a saw, it was like a grinder, basically.
What's wrong with your feet?
Nothing anymore. But no, but I've never encountered that.
She has to go to Home Depot
and
for her pedicure.
And she did that to me, and I was screaming because like it snows basically, and it was like getting in her hair, and I was like, no. I was like, put something over your face. Like I can't even like look at. I feel so bad.
They like clip my toenails and paint them
so well because I was like, my dead skin is all over you.
Oh my. She's like covered.
I know, because normally they just use the thing with their hand, and
skin.
she looked at my feet and went,
Oh my God. And then you have people suck on those?
well, yeah. Once you get all the dead skin off, it's probably pretty delicious.
God. I have never had my toes sucked. I will have to try that sometime.
Jim,
you're going to have
John?
to suck my toes tonight, is what you're going to do.
Guess what? It'll
but mine
probably
are pretty in
unlock
pink.
something. It'll probably unlock something for both of you.
Really?
Yeah.
I'll give it a try.
Everyone I've told to try has come back with glowing reviews.
Really?
Or you might have to end up sucking his toes.
That will never happen. Thank you. Good night. I'm definitely a germaphobe sucking toes.
No, you can wash them. You can make it part of it. You wash the toes together. What is this?
I'd be like,
oh,
hi, honey.
What the fuck?
How are you doing tonight?
Why would you need those?
You want me to suck your toes? That's how I would suck toes.
So you like the taste of bleach?
I do. It's wonderful, isn't it?
Thank you. Yeah, and then I would do this to him while you're sucking his toes. I'd go.
Oh, gross.
Oh, Kelly, this tastes awful. Why did you do that for the bit? And then I would go back.
Oh my God.
I go, Kelly,
Have you ever had sex with a dead body?
I'm not Tammy Brown.
It's very cleansing.
This is the wildest podcast I've literally ever done.
Oh my God.
We're bleaching and blowing and kissing and sucking.
What happened to the thing?
Purple pink like Barney.
I love it. It's wonderful.
What are you doing tonight? Do you ever go out?
Do I ever go out? Yes, I am a party girl, honey. You know that. I go out all the time.
What? So where? I've only seen you at Precinct once or twice.
I like very quiet evenings. I like going to
like
the Ritz-Carlton down in Dana Point, and they have a beautiful balcony that overlooks the beach, and they play Enya music while I sip on champagne. And I sit there in an evening gown and pretend like I'm Joan Collins.
Not John Mark coming in here telling you what to do.
You
this
know
is your
what?
show.
He tells
Those
me
are
what
your
to do all the
bangs.
time. Did I even get to ask any of these questions? Who cares?
Let's do a speed round. I'll do a speed round.
We're
I'll
going to do a
answer in
speed
one
round. Here's
word.
what we do. We end every episode on a word association.
Okay, come.
Because we like games here at the Kelly Mantle Show. And then we're going to do one thing after that. All right, so here we go.
Okay.
Word association with meatball.
I'm ready.
Hyena.
Jackal. Or Whoopi Goldberg.
I'd ask you to explain, but we don't have time.
We don't have the time.
Burlap.
Sack.
Chastity.
Cock cage.
Butterscotch.
Grandma.
Do you love a butterscotch moment?
I do. I just found a bunch of them at the studio the other day, and I was like, this is my grandma
Girl.
speaking to me.
Speaking
She was
to
like,
you.
tell me about that white horse. Have this Welch's
Yes, the
candy.
white horse at the top of the road. If only my grandmother had done a line of coke, she'd still be alive. All right, now we're going to do drag association, which is like word association, but I'm going to throw out drag queen names or things that are drag related, and you tell me the first thing
God.
that comes to your
This
mind.
is going to be embarrassing. Okay. I hope I know everybody.
Joella.
The Slasian diva from LA icon. She is an LA icon.
She's an LA icon.
LA icon.
I've never heard of Meatball, but I've heard of Joella.
That's same. And I heard Meatball's a bitch.
Candy Muse.
Cum dump. She blocked me on Sniffies. I was just trying to hang out, Candy.
Oh my God! She was. You were trying to take all her men's. Is what she was doing.
Well, what happened was I sent her a really ugly photo of me in drag and said, "Hey, girl, what's up? I'm in town." And then like she's just blocked. And then I texted
Who's
her
the
and I was
traitor
like,
now?
"You're so mean." She's the villain.
RuPaul.
Gorgeous, gorgeous gal.
So gorgeous.
Love RuPaul. It reminds me of I always think of like how far she's come, because I remember a long time ago seeing that video of her like stepping on some guy's dick
No.
in a pair of high heels.
Wait, what?
It was, I think it's in a movie that she did.
What?
John
I've
Mark, can
never
you fact check
seen
that? I'm pretty
this.
sure she's like stepping on a dude's
What is it?
dick.
The movie with Candace Cain and the
Star Pussy or something?
Yeah. Oh, Star Booty.
Star Booty.
Star
I think
Booty,
it's
yeah.
something like that is happening.
I didn't know she stepped on a guy's balls with her heel.
I might be conflating two different
That's
things.
hot.
I might be mixing two
I want to
different
see
things.
that RuPaul.
Well, that's what I'm talking about, Shaka Khan.
Well, that's what I told Shaka Khan. That's what I told Tracy Mattel is that she she had that.
Miss Martell.
She went through a little trancy phase there for a while because I would see her at Club 7969 Peanuts all the time, and she had that album, the Red Hot on Fire album with the
When
with
she
the
puts
long
on her acting
hair.
wig.
Yes, girl.
Yeah.
And she was wearing bell-bottom blue jeans on David Letterman.
I also love, and it's hard to find them now, but the old videos of RuPaul running around the East Village.
So good.
Because she like goes into that bodega, and that was my local bodega when
was
I lived
it?
in New York. So it's like fun to like see, and I lived right next to the Pyramid Club and everything in the East Village. So just knowing that like all that history was right there, but by the time I got there, I missed all of it is like so upsetting.
But your ancestors, honey.
I could feel their
ancestors were
energy. I
this-
think that's why
yes.
every time I go to New York, I'm drawn to like go back.
Yes.
But now that bodega is a gym.
And you're such a
like-
New Yorkie girl. Like whenever I think of you, I think New York.
But I never
just
even
do.
did drag in New York. I just love
I know,
New York.
but there's just something. There's a vibe about you that's just so New York. And
I think
it's probably
I
like
just don't give a
Meatball.
fuck.
It's like-
Oh, because it's Meatball.
yeah. Well, I mean, there's so many reasons, but yeah, you totally give a New York vibe.
because I'm fat.
No. Last but not least,
Your ghost jumped out.
I know. I have ghosts. Do you see them?
No.
There was a little girl that just peeped her head out of the curtain behind
Kelly,
you. No, I'm telling
don't
you. Yes.
Do this to
She
me.
was like a little house on
I
the prairie
do believe
girl.
in ghosts.
She was like a little Carrie Ingalls, and she poked her
Wilder,
head out.
honey.
But I didn't want to say anything because I didn't want to freak you out. But that's why
Now, but
when
see,
looked
now
over
I
there-
can feel it. Now I know she's there. I'm feeling like I'm being watched.
No, I fell asleep the other night,
Good for
and
you.
I woke up and there was a little girl, and she was like elevated off the ground, and
Kelly,
she's like,
I cannot.
"Hello,
Kelly, I cannot.
what's your name?" And I'm like, I woke up and I was like, "Oh my gosh!" And she was gone, but she was there. She was elevated off the ground.
There's a dead man in my house. No, wait.
There's a dead man in
There's
your
a
house?
ghost in my house, and he has like 3 specific spots where he stands. And I had to move my bed because one of them was like I would wake up in the middle of the night and he would just be standing next to me.
Was he hot?
It's more of just like, no, he's just kind of like a black figure. He's not black. I don't know what his race is, but the color of him is like a black outline of a man. And he's not harmful. He doesn't do anything. He just kind of watches what I'm up to.
Was he slapping his wiener against your face?
That's what woke me up. Was actually the sound. No, he wasn't.
No!
He's a ghost with the little girl in the corner slapping her wiener.
No! Final Drag Association. Are you ready?
Yes.
She Devil by Night.
Blocked me.
No.
Trinity has me blocked on everything.
No, allegedly.
It's not alleged. It was her. She dressed up like a devil for the snatch game. She knew what she was doing. She's
Nancy
the
Drew
she-devil.
over here.
She is, and yes, but to be fair, it could have been one of her daughters. Because to think of Trinity
well,
the
she's like a
Tuck-
great
she's a
grandmother now
It
at
could have
this
been
point,
anyone in
isn't
her family. But just imagine Trinity the Tuck, another person who's from a trailer like you, trying to use Reddit, which is an interface that I think is difficult to use
I would
as a
never know
normal
how.
human being who never grew up in a trailer.
Oh, she's high class, honey. She's from Egypt.
Oh, baby.
She's from Egypt,
The
honey.
walls went all the way
She
down to the
has
ground, honey.
money.
Foundation.
She has money, honey. She
No,
got
I'm just
a blueprint of the house.
I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding.
That is hilarious. Yeah, I don't know. Everyone, it's a secret.
It was her. Oh my God! You really do have it.
Look at this. Protect, band, drag. This
That's what Fat Slut's all
yes,
about.
I ordered it the day after you, but it was hilarious. Your
Well,
number,
you know what's so funny is that
she
Megami
pulls
was
these
there
numbers
that
out
night.
like 24 hours later. How do you do that?
That one, I was making it the day of. I literally had,
Amazing.
because that episode of Drag Race was the week before, and Megami was my guest at Fat Slut that night.
Yes, I remember.
So I wanted to do that, and then she did something else.
So funny. Y'all, give it up for Meatball.
Give it up for Kelly Mantle.
Sloppy Seconds, Fat Slut. You're going to see her in Into the Woods and Wicked, the one-woman show, coming soon to Broadway. You count my words. You heard it here first on the Kelly Mantle Show.
The Great White Way.
Not that anyone needs to know, but where can they find you?
You can go to on Instagram. I'm at Spiciest Meatball. I know if it's hard to spell, I'm sorry, but you got to spell the whole thing because I'm always blacklisted or whatever they call it.
We'll put the little logo up.
And if you want to see my nudes, just go to my website, shedevilbynight.com.
What is it?
shedevilbynight.com.
I'm going right away.
And it's actually just nothing but spaces. And goodbye.
We love you. Thank you for tuning in. We know you have a million podcasts to choose from. And for some reason, you chose this one. And we love you for that. See you next week on The Kelly Mantle Show, inside the Kelly Mantle Studio. Good night.
You think I could go to Target like this?
Yes.